Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter and welcome to the channel. This is my spoiler-free review for the latest Marvel Studios movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And what's exciting about this movie is it's part of Phase 4 and it's introducing us to a brand new hero named Shang-Chi. So a very kind of obscure character that not a lot of people probably ever even heard of, but this guy is an absolute ace when it comes to martial arts hand-to-hand combat, and this movie has a lot of that. So we follow this character and it's really his origin story involving the Ten Rings, and it has a lot to do with his father, that is the one that had these rings prior to him, and the father is the leader of this organization known as the Ten Rings, this terrorist group that is all over the world. So it's the son really being like the prodigal son and returning to the father after being years of separation between the both, lots of family drama. And there's lots of mysticism, lots of different kind of like high myth in this story revolving around a lot of the Asian culture, which is something we haven't really seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, kind of akin to Black Panther. So jumping into my positives for this film, I will say that I really do like the performances by pretty much every single actor in this. I think everybody all over the board did a great job with portraying their characters. Of course, the three main standout characters are going to be, first of all, Shang-Chi, played by Simu Liu. He's the actor from Kim's Convenience, that Canadian sitcom that's also on Netflix, I think. So I have no experience with this actor, but I thought he was really charming. He really sells himself as a very great martial artist, very acrobatic. We also have Aquafina, who's been making her rounds across the Disney properties. She was earlier on in an animated movie that came out at the beginning of the year, and she really does a great job in live action here. In this case, she is playing like that fish out of water character, the partner to Shang-Chi. They're friends, and she's just kind of experiencing this crazy journey with him, going to faraway places and seeing things that civilians probably wouldn't see in her day-to-day life. So I really enjoyed her kind of matter-of-factly approach to different things happening, and a lot of the comedy she injected in the story really worked. I don't think there was any comedy that didn't work in this story. I think it was really well paced as far as that's concerned. And then we also have the father of Shang-Chi, and I will say this guy, he is a villain, but he is one of the best villains I've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think he really sells it with just being this guy that is kind of tortured a little bit, and you really get to see multiple layers of this character that adds to the drama, that adds to the gravitas of this entire story. Diving into the culture of, the Asian culture explored in this movie for that, high budget Marvel movie. We haven't seen anything like this, like I said, since Black Panther. So really taking a deep dive into that family dynamic and really seeing like those ancient like fables of the Asian culture, different kind of animals and different just kind of set pieces and whatever that really work well in this Marvel universe. And what I will say, what I like a lot about the story is the fact that it doesn't rely on prior Marvel characters or anything else to really make you have to see that stuff before you've seen this. This works so well as a standalone movie, more than any of the Marvel movies I've seen in a long time. It just takes you on an adventure I could show this to anybody, and even if I told them it wasn't part of the MCU, they'd probably just get a kick out of this thing. Of course, until the after credits, and they're like, okay, who are those characters? You know what I mean? But I will say that another thing that stands out on this movie for sure is the choreography. The fight choreography is fantastic. That bus scene is something I'll never forget. I feel like there's so much kinetic energy in that scene, and the choreography, to the point where Simu Liu just feels like this is natural to him. It feels like this is easy. And we're just seeing such awesome kind of shots of the different characters doing just really awesome things here. But getting to the negatives, I will say that the pacing left a little bit more to be desired. I feel like in the middle of the film, it really kind of screeched to a little bit of a halt to explain a lot of exposition, which I felt like it just kind of really slowed things down a little bit. Also, one of the characters I feel like progressed way too quickly towards the end of the film to almost be like, how did they get that power? How did they be able to get that skill that quickly? So I would have liked more explanation, more kind of, okay, why is the character able to do that and they couldn't do anything useful earlier, sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I would have liked to see more of that. But overall, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, a great movie for the summer, especially 8.5 out of 10. This is up there with Black Panther for me as like a great origin movie. Whether or not you think of Black Panther as an origin movie, since he already showed up in Civil War. But okay, more aptly comparing this to Iron Man, they're pretty close. I mean, I really think that they introduced so many great ideas in Shang-Chi, but also paid homage to the Asian culture at the same time and developed Shang-Chi as a very likable character that I'm really looking forward to seeing further on in the MCU. So did you check out Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? Let me know in the comment section down below for more on movies, especially Marvel, as well as Star Wars. Of course, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and do hit that bell icon so you'll be notified when future videos go up. That is going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.